Hey friends, I'm Kate and welcome to my channel. Today's class is a beginner flexibility class. So if you are newer to yoga or just kind of starting your flexibility journey, this is for you. And if you've practiced with me a whole bunch before, then stick around because this is a chill class, but we will cover some anatomy. I'm going to nerd out on fascia, the connective tissue in our body, and how it relates to flexibility and mobility. We'll also cover some tips on how to create a habit for mobility and create a lifetime of feeling free and good in our body. So let's get started. All right, friends, let's get started with gentle neck rolls. So ground down in an easy seat. Your legs can be crossed, one leg can be crossed. You can have a block under your body. And we'll just drop our left ear to our left shoulder or in that direction and feel a beautiful stretch in the right side of our neck. Draw our right shoulder down and away, not forcing or clenching too much, just until there's a sensation. And on your exhale, bring your chin to your chest. And on your inhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder, feeling that stretch on the left side of your neck. And with your breath now, exhale, chin to chest. On your inhale, bring it up, left ear to left shoulder. Little half circles, bowing forward, keeping the shoulder down, keeping the face calm. Eyebrows down, the forehead. Not trying too hard here. Just make it easy. And start to really focus on your breath. Make them really intentional. Maybe make your circles a little bit bigger, going a little bit back. Maybe the next time you do a full circle, only if it feels good for you. Maybe you linger in spaces that you need to send a little bit more love to. Beautiful. And next time your chin is at your chest, inhale up to neutral. And we'll inhale our shoulders up to our ears. And exhale, push them back, then down. That's the movement. So circle them up. Exhale them down. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. You can get animalistic, exaggerate it. You might feel your muscles rolling over each other on your back, kneading out some of those knots. And the next time your shoulders are down your back with a really, really long neck, just take a pause and notice how even just a few breaths, few moments of movement, you feel a little bit more open in your upper body. We'll take elbow rolls. So bring your right elbow, bring it all the way back. We're going to be drawing a big circle with our elbow. Then reach it up towards the sky and reach it forward. Feeling into your full mobility here. Nice and slow. Just circles forward. There's no rush. Again, no forcing, just drawing circles as big as you can, and reverse the circle. Two more. Beautiful. Drop your right elbow. Bring your left elbow back, then up. Point it at the sky. Draw it around. Making a big circle as wide as you can. And reverse the circle. With these last few, see if you can draw it a little bit wider. One more. Beautiful. We're going to roll over all our knees and coming to a standing forward fold position. So take your feet hips distance apart. That's usually about 2 fists right between your feet. Take a bend in your knees. That's going to release your hamstrings so they're not too tight. And you can grab either elbows, or if your hands come to the floor, maybe they come to a block. Release the back of your head and find a gentle sway here. With these type of static stretches, you can pedal it out, like walking into one foot then the other. Having a rhythm in these is so helpful for our nervous system to calm down our nerves so that we feel safe in this position, even if it's a deep stretch. Rhythm is so important. It starts from before birth, when we're in utero. We're listening to our mother's breathing, her heartbeat. When we're babies, we're rocked, and that's what calms us. And when we meditate, we focus on the breath, the slow, steady rhythm. It's the same reason why the ocean is calming to us. There's a rhythm to it. So as you stand in this forward fold, pedaling it out, if you're starting your flexibility or mobility journey, you should be aware of the fascia in your body. This is the connective tissue that runs throughout the entirety of your body. It connects your muscle groups, your organs. It's the supportive scaffolding for your body. Now, fascia in your body is all connected. So the fascia in your shoulder, your neck, runs in one connected line to the fascia in, say, your feet or your legs. Which is why sometimes when you're tight, it's often not your muscles, it's often your fascia. It's often why if you're having back tightness or neck tightness, the issue can stem from tight hips or tight legs, because the body is all connected. Now, fascia in your body, it looks like spider webs. They did a study where they took a group of students and they measured their fascia at a point in time. Then they put a cast on their arm for 3 weeks and remeasured the fascia in their arm. And what they found was after 3 weeks of being in a cast with no mobility in their arm, the fascia had intertwingled and intertwangled with itself and gotten thicker and harder, and it made the arm less mobile. See, as fascia moves around and as you exaggerate in your full range of motion, your fascia becomes more mobile, it becomes thinner but still strong. And when you are not mobile, when we lead a sedentary life, it builds up, it becomes thicker. All this to say that, one, it's highly adaptive in either direction. So if you're feeling tight in your body, the good news is that as we explore our range of motion, we're thinning out our fascia, we're creating more range of motion, more flexibility in our body because it's adaptive. And you're doing it right now. So go ahead and bend your left leg, plant your left hand, inhale the right arm back and up, draw a big circle, then reach it forward. Plant the right hand on a block or the mat, bend the right leg, inhale the left arm back and then up. We're drawing big circles with the opposite leg bent. Plant the left hand, left leg bent. Inhale the right arm back, then up, then forward. Draw it big, exaggerate it. Get your full range of motion here. Bend the right leg. Left arm reaches back, then up, then forward. 2 more times each side. Right. Left. Right. Left. From here, click your toes out, your heels in, and slowly lower all the way down. It's okay if your heels come off the mat here. This is called a yogi squat or Malasana. We're just going to stay here for a moment. If you've been in this position before, then get comfy. If you're new to this position, you might want to put a block under your body. Try to come to a really long spine. I use my elbows to push my knees out and bring prayer pose to my hands. Then release down into a tabletop, knees on the mat, hands underneath the shoulders. And if you have a block or a pillow, bring it to your mat. You can use 2 if you have broader shoulders. 1 works if you have more narrow shoulders. And we'll come into a supported puppy. If you don't have a block, we'll go into regular puppy. From supported puppy, come to 90 degrees with the knees. Bring your elbows onto the top of the block. Takes a little bit of core strength and a little bit of balance to set up. And then drop your head in between your 2 arms. Now, if you don't have a block, just walk your knees back, hands flat on the mat, and melt your heart forward. But if you do have a block, set up with your elbows and release your head between your arms. This is going to target your triceps and your shoulders. Take long, slow, deep breaths here. If you're feeling a big sensation, then I offer for you to breathe deeper, breathe longer. See now if you can pulse your chest a little bit deeper. Just little micro movements, maybe a centimeter of movement. Beautiful. Walk your knees up. Remove the block if you have one. Or bring your hands to your knees. We'll take 90-90 position. You may have heard of this position in physical therapy, but it's great for hip flexion, extension, and internal rotation. So come onto your booty, bring your right leg to a 90 degree with your chest facing your right knee, and bring your left leg to about a 90 degree facing back, so it's almost like stag legs. This is a lot for your hips. So if you need a block or a blanket to place under your booty to give you more access to the posture, that is totally fine. So find this posture. Try to bring your left hip down. Your chest is turned towards your right knee. Place your hands framing your right knee. And we'll exhale, fold over your right knee. Nice glute stretch, piriformis stretch. And then inhale, press it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up. 2 more. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up. Bring your left foot closer to your body and extend your right leg. If it's hard to get your right leg straight, totally fine to keep them bend in your knee or stack your hips up a little bit higher for a little bit more accessibility. Draw your toes back towards your face. See how that feels. That changes the sensation to draw the stretch from your hamstring down your calf, down your Achilles tendon, the arch of your foot, plantar fascia, and the digital slips your toes. So really reach your toes back towards your face. Come up to a really long spine, and maybe this is where you're at today, just sitting with a long spine and opening through the back of your leg. Or you can exhale and lean your chest forward, trying to get your navel to the ground, not your nose to the ground, because when we get the nose to the ground, we're rounding through our back. We're actually taking the stretch out of our hamstring and into our lower back. But what we really want to be doing is shining our chest forward, bringing our navel to our ground, and that will stretch the back of the leg. 5 deep breaths here. Inhale, come up. Bring the right leg in. We're going to switch out the legs to 90-90 on the other side. So your left knee is bent at a 90 degree, coming across the body, and the right knee is bent back behind you. Your chest is facing towards your left knee. And again, if this is very intense for you, then stack a whole bunch of blocks or blankets underneath your hips so that you can access this position. Well, first, ground down through both hip bones. Try to get your right hip bone to the mat. Sit up in a really long spine. Feel the sensations here without judging them. You are exactly where you are right now. You are exactly where you need to be. And we're actively working towards opening up the body. So don't worry if it looks a certain way or looks different from mine. We all have different journeys, we all have different lives, different habits, but we're here. So inhale to a really long spine, frame your left knee with both hands, and exhale, fold over your left knee. Big glute and piriformis stretch on the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Last one, exhale, fold. Hold it here for just a moment. And inhale, come up. Bring your right foot closer to your body. Extend your left leg straight right in front, your chest pointing towards your left foot. Again, press your heel out, press your toes back. Feel how even just that brings the stretch from your hamstrings down your calves, your Achilles tendon, and the whole of your foot. Sit up to a really long spine, both hip bones pointing into the floor. And exhale, maybe lean forward just a little bit. Again, leading with the navel, shining the chest forward, not with the nose, not with the face, not hunching over. Anytime you feel intensity in a posture, as I said before, try to tap into a longer, fuller, deeper breath. Pain shouldn't be a sensation. If you're feeling pain, back off. You should feel a stretch, the sensation of stretching. Three more breaths here. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring your left foot in towards your body. Extend the right foot. We're facing towards the long edge of the mat now. We're just going to do a single-legged straddle. So again, you can have a block or a blanket under your body. Bring both hands down to the mat. Bring a really long spine. And on your exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold with a really long spine. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. And hold it here. And press up. Switch out the legs. Left leg long, right leg in towards the body. Both hip bones grounded into the mat, a really long spine. Place your hands on the floor, the mat in front of you, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Fold. Rise. And fold and hold. Inhale, slowly rise. Bring both feet to the short edge of the mat. We'll lower onto our back with control. Turn on the abs just a little bit. Lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Keep your right foot and leg extended. Your left knee comes into your chest. Give it a big old squeeze. And you have 2 options here. You can come into a half-happy baby where your peace fingers can grab your big toe and extend into a 90-degree, bringing your knee towards the floor. Or if grabbing onto your toes makes your tailbone come up, grab onto your ankle. That might be more accessible to you. If this is not enough of a sensation for you, then bring your shin over across your body into a reclined pigeon. Opening through the groin, through the hamstring, the glute. And then release the left leg, bring the right knee into the chest, give it a big old squeeze. And you have the same 2 options as the other side. You can take your peace fingers, grab your big toe into a half-happy baby, drawing your knee down to the mat, opening through the groin. Or you can also grab your ankle and do half-happy baby that way. Or bring your shin across your body for a reclined pigeon. Now, wherever you are in your mobility and flexibility journey, likely the goal is to feel more freedom in your body, to feel good in your body, however that looks and feels to you. I think a big takeaway is that people overcommit to a time that they need to practice, and consistency is more important than overall volume if it's not consistent. It's better to practice 5 minutes a day daily than for 1 hour a day or 1 hour once a week. So find a 5 to 10 minutes period or longer if you can commit to that. And have it at a consistent time each day. Maybe that's in the morning before work. Maybe that's on your lunch break if you work from home. Maybe it's after work or right before bed. And maybe just find a class that you really like and stick to that for a week, 2 weeks, and just see how you feel after that. Consistency is a superpower if you can cultivate the discipline. Tapas is what it's called in the yogic world. If you can harness your tapas and have a devotion or a discipline to your mobility journey, then it's going to take you quite far. Release your right leg. Bring the bottom of the feet together. Knees open wide. If this is a big sensation to you, then your legs out long with your feet falling open is perfectly fine. You can bring your arms down beside you, open to the side, or up overhead, as I like to do for an additional shoulder stretch. Come into a really long spine, so maybe you shimmy your shoulders up. And take a few minutes to relax here. If you liked this class, I have tons of shorter classes that are beginner focused to help with your flexibility and mobility. I hope to see you on the mat soon, friends. Namaste.